Alright guys, so I promised a video about how I tend to organize my 21 Day Fix or portion fix containers because really the 21 Day Fix is where I started with this system and these containers. However, I have applied these to CrossFit, I've applied these to Country Heat, I've applied these to Hammer and Chisel, I've applied them to Insanity, I've done, and then just maintenance. Like if I go on a trip, I use this system. If I am taking a break from a workout, I use this system because really, they say nutrition is 80% of the game, where I'm here to tell you today that it is more like 90% of the game. So the way I do it, I don't generally use the app. I am old school. For example, here I sit in my car at dance class because really this is when I have the time to do this. Oh my god. Oh, nope, there it is. It's my planner. I don't tend to use technology. It just doesn't coordinate well. Trey still prints out a paper calendar of his schedule and sticks it to the fridge every month. And then we go and we alter that. I will add the girls' games right onto his calendar on the fridge. And if I have a big event, I'll also put that on his calendar on the fridge. So we are a paper-driven family. We've tried digital stuff and it's not there yet. The technology is not where we need it to be to coordinate everything that we have going on. But if your life's a little simpler outside of the 21 Day Fix or the portion fix system, have at it. There's a 21 Day Fix app by Beachbody, and it's actually a really good app. It has the food list, so if you're on the go, and these food lists are updated because they do change. Those food lists are updated, so no matter what, I would go get that app just to have the food lists for each container. Alright, so what I tend to do, in the back of the 21 Day Fix, there is a tiny little checkbox driven thing. I laminated that and I use dry erase markers and then I wipe it away. At least that's how I got started. And there's a YouTube video from me about that I'll try to track down. Some people have gone on to Etsy and actually purchased 21 Day Fix planners. And it is like a stack of papers for a 3-ring binder. Some of them include like workout trackers, and I mean, like, go look it up, it's craziness. And not for me. I like my blue planner. And then these are my second favorite 21 Day Fix planners, and I put this file in the group. So it looks like this. It's a single page. And what I like about this is you can write the meal down, okay? So, the container, the meal plan that I posted with the portions, that is great if you can do leftovers. I don't do so well with like heated up leftover type food, so I attack it a different way. I have put as much repetition into my week as possible, just like that system suggests. However, my repetition is in the form of breakfast, lunch, and snacks. Then dinner, I will conform from a meal plan that I make for 2 weeks out, and I will conform the dinners that are available for that 2-week plan to the rest of the day. So for example, on this, my calorie target is the lowest one. It's the 1200 to 1499. So that means I get 3 greens, 2 purple, 4 red, 2 yellow, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 2 teaspoons. So I've just filled that out just right now, just sitting here, okay? So for breakfast, let's see, I'll do tomorrow. Breakfast, I want to have oatmeal with berries. So that is 1 yellow and 1 purple. And the way that you measure that is 1/3 cup of dry oatmeal is a yellow container full of cooked oatmeal, okay? It'll be 1 purple because I will take my frozen berries and I will dump them into my purple container, and then I'll toss them in the oatmeal and I'll cook it all together, okay? I don't thaw the berries, I don't do anything. When berries are better and in season and nicer, I use fresh. But right now, that's just not the case in my tiny New England town. Alright, so that takes care of those. 2 snack, I will have veggies and hummus. And I will just toss those in a green and a blue container, so that's 1 and 1. Lunch is Shakeology with peanut butter and spinach and a half a banana. So that takes care of a green, a purple, a red, and 2 teaspoons. So that's the end of my teaspoons. So whenever I look at this, I have let's see, this will be 2 greens, 2 purples, 1 red, 2 tisps. So I go down the side here, and that is my tally. So in this one I only have 1 green and 1 yellow, and then this one's 1 green or 1 purple, 1 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue. So now I can add this to this. So that's 2 greens, 2 purples, 1 reds, 2 teaspoons. So I have 1 green left. So I'm going to put that right by dinner right now. I have no purples. I have 3 reds, and I have 1 yellow. So my snack will wipe that yellow out because I don't like to have yellows at dinner. Very rarely, like every other week, we have pasta. I don't really do rice. I don't like to have my yellows at dinner. I like to get those out of the way a little bit earlier in the day. So I'll have to have some sort of yellow for a snack. Sometimes we'll do sweet potatoes with dinner, and that's like the only way I would have yellow at dinner. So for my snack, I need 1 yellow, and I have 4 red left over. I'm sorry, 3 red left over. So the way I'm going to fix that now, I'm going to add some yogurt to my breakfast. So now I have a snack and dinner, and I have 2 reds left over. So I'm going to put 1 red with dinner. I've gotten rid of my blue. So I have a green and a red for dinner. For snack, I've got a yellow and a red. So what do I want to have? So for my snack, I will have 2 hard-boiled eggs. And I will have a sweet potato in there somewhere, or enough yellows. It's like a half a sweet potato. And I'll tell you how I do that. And then dinner, I have a green and a red left. Yeah, so that's how it works. That's what I do. All right. Almost every night for dinner, we have some sort of protein, and then we have some sort of vegetable. So that is perfect for me to have a green and a red left at the end of the day. I urge you to consider where you are most active. I teach all day, so I am active all day. So I front load my meals. For example, I'll have my oatmeal with berries and yogurt for breakfast, and then my snack might be with my lunch. So that would be my Shakeology and my veggies and my hummus. And then the second snack tends to happen like right when the kids leave the school. So that's the 2 hard-boiled eggs and a sweet potato, and that's at like 2:30. So then I eat again about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and that's my dinner, which will be 1 green and 1 red. For example, I will probably have like rotisserie chicken in a salad, and then, oh, and that's where my orange will go with dressing. Ta-da! There it is. It's really not difficult. And once, like I said, it seems like it's a ton of food, and it is, and it seems like my snacks are big, and they might be. But you know what, guys? That's what we tend to do wrong. We don't eat enough times in a day, and then when we do eat in those times, we don't eat enough. Like, period. We don't eat enough. So tomorrow, I'll be having oatmeals, berries, yogurt, veggies, hummus, Shakeology with all that stuff in it, hard-boiled eggs, sweet potato, rotisserie chicken, and a salad. So that's a lot. And the cool thing is if that's not enough dinner, greens are free. So if I decide I want to have 2 greens of salad with 1 red rotisserie chicken and 1 orange of dressing, I can do that. So I might make a big salad if I'm hungry. If you get hungry later on at night in the evening time when it's your snacky time, that's when you can have veggies too. Oh, well, no, I don't want that tomorrow. So let me talk a little bit about how I prep this stuff. So when I look in my weekly plan, I will make sure I have baggies of veggies ready to go. Just grab them and go. Eva and I both take vegetables and hummus to school, so that's easy. That's one of Trey's favorite snacks too. If I'm going to have fruit for a snack, I'm going to make my life easy. It's going to be a whole piece of fruit, like one apple, one peach, one nectarine. Or I'm going to portion out those grapes, like we have a fridge full of grapes right now, in baggies. Portion out those grapes so they can grab and go. And that just makes that easier. If you are going to have hard-boiled eggs, boil a dozen or a half a dozen or however many you need. In our household, it is a full-up dozen between Trey and I on Sunday or Monday or whatever day. Just boil it on a day and have it for the rest of the week. And that's what I do. And I learned that by doing the ultimate reset. Anything, if you're going to have rice or brown rice all week, make it on Monday and then portion it out as you need it. If you are going to have, well, we don't really do that. The sweet potatoes I will cube up and steam. Squash is another one. Like, we like to have squash, so I will steam that and then we can grab it and go. What else is my yellow? I feel like it's mostly the yellows I do this with. Oh, millet. I like millet. Things like that. I will prep that ahead of time. You can make a big batch of oatmeal and reheat that. Personally, it's not my favorite, but that is totally possible. They do it in restaurants all the time. Trey makes his Shakeology to go, so he'll make baggies of a scoop of Shakeology, the spinach and the banana, and then he has a jar of peanut butter at work. So there's a way to make this work. At work, on a really busy week, I know it's gonna be crazy, I take a whole bag of stuff and it goes in the fridge at work and it stays there and nobody touches it where I work, thankfully. Yeah, but that's how I do it. And I have like 3 breakfasts I like to do. So there's the oatmeal with the berries and the yogurt. There's the yogurt. I have yogurt, berries, and granola. Eggs and a piece of Ezekiel toast with fruit. I mean, I just knock it out of the way. And I pretty much try to stick to the same groups. I always have veggies and hummus. And I always have some red protein. Oh, you know what else I have is a whey protein shake. So I'll have just a few things that I like and to put in all of these categories, and that way I don't get overwhelmed by the big list. And then the only meal I'm really planning like every day is dinner, and I plan that dinner to fit into this system. For example, today we are going to a hibachi restaurant, so they are going to give me a ton of food. What am I going to do? Well, number one, I am going to eat some of the rice and pasta that comes with it, but I am not going to eat it all. For yellows today, I had a half of one because I added some granola to my yogurt. So I have a yellow and a half of rice and pasta, and I have my container in my bag. I have had 2 reds today, so I have 2 left over, and I have my red container in my bag. So I have 2 yellows and 2 reds left for this hibachi. I have only had 1 green, so I have 2 greens. And the hibachi that we go to, that takes care of like the protein and the veggies part. That is 2 greens, holy cow, 2 reds, and then the orange and the 2 teaspoons. I didn't use my teaspoons in my Shakeology today. I had no peanut butter, and the sauce and all of the hibachi stuff is the orange. So while it's not 100% perfect, I mitigated it throughout what I had today. Okay, so I ate very little because I knew this meal was going to be huge. Tomorrow I'll balance it back out. We are going to have oven baked chicken and stuff at home. So that is how I plan this. So if you're looking at this and going, okay, that's fine, she's on the lowest calorie level and I'm on the 2nd or 3rd tier. The way you do this is that at each of these meals, you can have the same food. You can have oatmeal with berries and yogurt. You can have veggies and hummus. You can have the Shakeology. You can have 2 hard-boiled eggs. And you can have hard-boiled eggs and a sweet potato. You can have chicken and salad with dressing. The difference is you get a bigger portion. That's all. This is a portion control system. So you can have the oatmeals with berries and yogurt, only instead of having 1/3 cup of uncooked oatmeal and then cooking it, you have 2/3 cup in your bowl. And you cook that, and that takes care of 2 yellows. Instead of adding 1 purple container of berries, add 2. Or have berries and have an apple. Instead of having 1 red container of yogurt, have 2. So that's how that works. You get to have more food at each sitting. Not that you should try to squeeze in more meals, okay? Now this video is getting on to like 16 minutes, so I'm gonna stop it, but I need you guys to let me know if you have any questions. All right? All right. And like I said, I'm sitting in the car at dance class. This is like my free time. This is my quiet time. Okay? All right, guys. Let's get this done. Let me know if you have any questions. Please ask them in the group, because you know what? You're not the only one with those questions. All right? Yeah, we're going to end this there. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.